Okay, so this one will be pretty quick and pretty simple, I think anyways. As a quick note, before you buy a web camera for any kind of production level stuff, hopefully you can find information similar to this out there. Now, this is not a bad webcam for everyday practical use of, video conferencing, or you're working from home and you have a work meeting and you need the webcam. The camera is easily set up. It's got a clip mount on it and it can rotate 360 degrees from left to right all the way back around. It can also be angled up and down within a pretty reasonable range. There is a thread mount on the bottom in case you want to mount it on something and use it as a mounted little web camera. Setup is easy enough right out of the box. Anyways, I did have some problems with this webcam. I cannot get it to focus. I have tried multiple different apps. I have tried using OBS itself. I have tried using just the Windows install one and a couple of the App Store that were supposed to allow me to adjust some. I even tried just following their 30 centimeter guideline of if it gets up close, it'll be able to autofocus on it and everything will be great. I had no luck with that whatsoever, as you'll see in some of these demos. So that's what mostly you probably want to see, and we'll just jump over to what it looks like. First, pre-installed out of the box, just plug it in, let it set up and run OBS with all its pre-configured settings, and then seeing if we can find somewhere that's all right, as well as testing the microphone to find out if it sounds good. So anyways, let's check it out real quick. This will be a quick video. Hopefully it'll just show you what you're looking for. So these are the current stock settings of what the camera looks like if you just plug it in, launch OBS, and jump into it. I'm a little bit pink. The background's a little bit washed out. I'm not focused on, but the background appears to be focused on. When I go into settings, I don't have an option to change to autofocus or turn on autofocus at all. I don't have the ability. It's all grayed out. I don't have access to it. I have turned on modes in Windows for being able to use Pro mode and come up with some kind of solution, but I can't get the focus to focus on me. It seems to be the background and not the foreground. I'll keep messing with that. And another quick note too, these are what the microphones sound like. About 2.5 feet away from me is where the camera is, and these are what the microphones sound like. You can go into OBS and open up some controls and change like hues and saturations and come up with something a little bit different. I'm currently outputting at 30 frames per second, 1080p, and it'll be upscaled to show you with the rest of the video, but 1080p at 4 frames a second, at 30 frames a second on this 2.1 megapixel camera. Maybe not the best thing for streaming. Okay, so this is with a little bit of playing. It's still not great, but I think I like the way this looks a little bit better. Still kind of got this greenish, bluish hue to everything, and I still can't get focus to focus on me. And I don't know what the problem is with that. Maybe it's just something silly that I'm missing. Maybe some third-party app would be able to do something a little better with that. But there doesn't seem to be an ability to focus. So if you're going to be in the foreground and it's focused on the background, that just appears to be how it's going to be. I plan on reaching out to them about that to find out if there's anything else that can be done about it. And I also recommend going with an external mic. I'm now using this little lapel mic right here just plugged into the PC to record my voice, and you can kind of compare a difference between what this sounds like versus what it sounds like to have just the microphone about the 2.5 feet away from you, and be the judge of that. Anyways, I don't think this is something that you'd want to be a streamer with. It's relative price, marketed towards kind of the beauty market as well. I feel like that would be hard to do because color reproduction with white balances, saturation, all that. It's just really difficult to find a happy medium. Like even if you look at the ground, where am I pointing? I'm all backwards here, right here. Like that just looks a little weird, and I didn't do too much to adjust things. So some of this just looks, it's just hard to get behind the color reproduction of the actual camera itself. But if your intention is to do something production-wise with it, maybe not the best option. If you're just looking to have something for video conferencing or something, I feel like this would be well suited for a task like that. You don't need a big, high-dollar, super fancy camera to just have work meetings via work from home kind of stuff. But again, production quality is pretty low with it, and it's not super amazing. 1080p, 30 frames per second, it's all right. It's all right. I can't get past having a hard time focusing thing. But there you have it. That's this. Guys, as always, I hope you have a great day, night, whatever it is, and I'll see you in the next video that I do.